What's up, guys? My name is Tommy Muchler. I'm the founder and creator of The Lazy Realtor and Follow-Up Mastery. And today we're going to be spending some time going over the Chime CRM, how to use it, just kind of a general overview, and whether or not it would be a good fit for you and your business. Now, I've used dozens of CRMs over the years. I've been in sales, selling real estate and doing sales for probably 7 years now. I've made over 100,000 phone calls. I've sent out hundreds of thousands of emails, tens of thousands of text messages. And while there's probably other agents out there that have a lot more experience than me, I feel like I have a really good grasp on what a realtor needs to be successful and what to look for in a CRM. Now, I've been using the Chime CRM for about just over a year now. I've used other CRMs in the past, demoed a lot of different CRMs. You know, I've used like Lion Desk, Wise Agent, Follow Up Boss, demoed Boomtown. I've demoed, is it Sync? I can't remember what it's called. And a lot of other CRMs out there. This by far is the most comprehensive, most advanced CRM out there. It does 99% of what you need it to do. It doesn't do everything. There's a couple features that it lacks that I wish it had, but it'll blow you out of the water. Like it does so much. It automates. It probably saves me 30 to 40 hours a week. It does so much for me. It automates so much of my follow-up, and it's basically, they want it to be a brokerage in a box. And as someone with a small team, it's a brokerage in a box. It does a lot of what I need to do. It automates so much of my business. I've been able to get rid of so many other programs, get rid of so many other systems, and it's really helped me out. There's a lot of different programs. Like, I've used it all, guys. I've used it all, okay, maybe not everything. I'm sure there's some programs and systems out there that I haven't used, but it has allowed me to cut back on my spending. It's an expensive CRM. I'm not going to lie. It's expensive, but you're getting more than your money's worth, in my opinion. So anyways, this is just kind of overview of how I use Chime CRM. I'm going to have some more videos, in-depth videos, in the next week or two, going more in depth about how I use it, some of my more favorite features, and how I use it to, make hundreds of thousands of dollars every year in sales. Not in sales. I make millions, tens of millions of dollars in sales, but you know what I mean, in commission, right? So let's go ahead and jump right into it, and we'll do a little overview of what Chime is. First we're going to kind of talk about the contacts page. We're going to talk about their smart plans. So smart plans are what they call like campaigns or follow-up campaigns, and they're called smart plans because they're a lot smarter than your traditional dumb follow-up campaign. We're going to talk about their transaction management, their lead gen program. If you want to use it, you don't have to, of course. We're going to talk a lot about the website. It comes with a website built in for you to use. We're talking about their emails. Now, if you've been doing a lot of real estate stuff, a lot of emails end up in the spam folder. They end up undelivered. Chime works really hard to keep their email reputation up high to make sure they have a very high deliverability rate. Sorry, I got a little stutter. You'll deal with it. So we'll kind of go over that, go over all the features. We'll go over all the tools. We'll go over a lot of the great ways it could save you time, how it's going to be able to help you make smart decisions with your follow-up, tracking your business, transaction management, integrations. Basically, we're just going to go over everything today. Now, that said, before we go into it, I spent a lot of time editing this video down to condense all the information, all the important information. I've taken like a lot of breaks and breaths out, a lot of lull times. I know when you see these longer videos, a lot of people just upload the whole video. I tried to cut it down as much as I can to get you just the important stuff. So it's going to be a fire hose of information. So I'm going to go over things quickly. In the description, you're going to notice there's timestamps where I talk about everything. So if you want to check that out, you're more than welcome to. And of course, in case you don't know who I am, my name is Tommy Muchler, and I own the website followupmastery.com. I've kind of made it my mission. Now, obviously, I'm a realtor first, but I've kind of made it my mission to focus mostly on follow-up because that's where a lot of your fortune is, right? The fortune's in the follow-up. You're going to make a lot of your money in following up with people, and I think that's an area where a lot of realtors lack. And so I've created followupmastery.com. It's a growing website. We're adding a lot of stuff to it. So feel free to check that out. There's a lot of free follow-up campaigns or drip campaigns, whatever you want to call them, on the website. There's some paid premium ones that I use inside of Chime that I'll show you that give me a really freaking awesome result. But there's a lot of great free ones on there as well as paid ones that you're more than welcome to check out, as well as some other great free resources that you might like that would help you in your business. So check out followupmastery.com. Again, the link is in the description below. And second, I know this introduction is getting kind of long. Like I said before, I've been using Chime for over a year now, and I have an affiliate link with them that gets you the best discount, a better discount. I'm told it is a better discount than if you were to call up Chime. So if this is a CRM you're thinking about using, and I'm not telling you it is, the best CRM for you to use. I think it's the best CRM for what I do. It saves me, again, 30, 20, 40 hours every single week. So if you want to check it out, there is a link in the description that will get you the biggest discount on Chime. So if that's something you're interested in doing, interested in pursuing, make sure to check it out. It does help me out a little bit. It's an affiliate link. But regardless, again, if you think Chime is the right option for you, please use that link. It really helps me out, and I'll help you out by getting you the best possible discount on Chime. And yeah, we'll talk about price. We'll talk about different pricing and discounts here in a little bit, more towards the end. So if you want to skip, you can. But in the meantime, we'll go ahead and jump right into it. We'll get into our overview of Chime and show you what all the hype is about. So here we are inside of Chime. We're starting off with the dashboard. So when you first log in, you're going to end up here, and it's going to kind of give you some details on your business and what you should do. Now, I have a small team. It'll show you my dashboard, my personal dashboard, and then it will show you my team's dashboard. So I have one other agent on right now. I'm interviewing some more, but at the moment I just have one other agent, and it kind of gives you an overview of what you got going on. So you got your number, you got your leads that you got today, you got opportunities. Opportunities are people that Chime identifies. So Chime is a smart CRM. It is probably the smartest CRM out there for realtors, and it is going to work really hard to identify what people you should be following up with, who you need to be talking to, and when you need to be talking to them. So today it has identified 2 leads that I need to talk to that are different than, say, my task. My tasks right here. Tasks are like, you're like, hey, call this person, text this person, send them a thank you card, right? Obviously I have 5 tasks I still got to get to today. I'm overdue on a few, don't judge me. But that is kind of the highlights of your business, what's going on. You have smart plans. We'll go over smart plans again. Smart plans are Chime's follow-up campaigns, nurturing campaigns, drip campaigns, whatever you want to call them. We're going to call them smart plans because campaigns is a different feature inside of Chime, and we'll kind of go over that in a little bit. We'll talk about that. Property alerts. Now, like I said, Chime comes with a built-in integrated website, probably the best website for realtors that you'll see out there. It is the fastest. It is very SEO friendly, and it looks very nice. It is probably the nicest looking website I've ever seen. I've used a lot of different websites. I've seen them all. I really have, whether they're dedicated individual realtor websites or part of some sort of CRM package. Chime, I swear, I'm trying to be as least biased as possible. They're the nicest. We'll take a quick look at mine in a little bit too. I would recommend when you do decide to talk to a rep over at Chime, have them show you a few more websites to check out. They're very nice looking. I've heavily modified mine. There's a lot of great editing options, but there's some really cool property alerts. And the emails that these property alerts get sent out in, they're very sharp looking. We'll look at some examples right there. Again, kind of think of this as like your newspaper. So you got like your hot sheets. So like in your MLS, you got like today's listings, right? So you can kind of like sort out what kind of listings you want to see on a regular basis and you want to check out. We'll kind of go over why that's important. I know a lot of Matrix, if you're a local MLS, will have something very similar to that. However, this is a cool feature inside of Chime because it allows you to bulk message all your leads, one particular or multiple listings over text or email. And it's a really cool tool, but we'll kind of go over that. Announcements, like I said, if you have a team or a brokerage, this is a great place to add announcements and stuff like that. Learning Center. So Chime really focuses on education. They have an unbelievable amount of resources to educate you in learning how to use the CRM and training your team how to use the CRM and new agents. There's a lot of videos, there's a lot of articles, and they have a really cool interactive feature where it tells you where to click and what to do and how to do things. There's some other stuff here. There are some other stuff here that you might like, some dialer information, email information, but we'll kind of go over everything like that. Chime lead generation. I don't really worry about a lot of that stuff, but we're going to go up here at the top left. We're going to click on the people's page. It just, it looks like a little person. It says people. We'll go over all these different items here, but I just want to give you a quick overview of what Chime looks like and what Chime does. So taking our first look, this is where you see all of your leads. This is your people page, and there is a lot going on right here. It's a little much, I know. Basically, you have all your leads. You can adjust all this different information so you can see what you want to, you can highlight what you want to see. So important thing for me to see is pipeline. We'll talk about that, what they inquired on, what their price range is, their lead score, their last touch, just a ton of information here on what's going on. And this is all editable. You can edit this however you want. On the left side, you're going to see something called filters. Obviously, you can save some filters. So if you want like a particular type of filter, actually, let's get rid of this. There's some filters applied right now. There's a ton of search filters. You can really narrow down who you want to talk to if you want to do like a bulk follow-up or something like that, or find people. There's just a ton of search filters here. Of course, you can do like bulk editing, bulk sending. So say you were going to click a bunch of leads on the left side. I just selected all these leads hypothetically, right? You can do a mass email, mass text. You could send a dialer if you want to use a power dialer. If you do have a triple line dialer, parlor that you can use if you like. Slide broadcast, which is a voicemail drop, really cool feature. Change their pipeline, change their group, change their tags. We'll talk about pipelines and groups here in a second. Add a smart plan. Again, that's a follow-up campaign. You can merge leads, so if you have duplicate leads, you can merge them. And we'll kind of go over a lot of this stuff here in a second. This is just kind of a quick overview. You can do all these different things, really cool features. On the left side here, again, you're gonna see something called groups. I can expand this. You can change, edit, modify groups. So you can really customize this however you want. This is how I have it set up right now. I have all my past clients. I got my homeowners. I got my top 50, my top 100, my top 150. These are my sphere people, you know, investors, people that live out of state, people I've lost contact with. It's just a great way to kind of organize your leads in like different buckets, if you will. It doesn't really affect the lead status or anything. So it's kind of a nice way to kind of organize your leads if you choose to. But here's the main one right here at the very top bar. I don't know if you can see it. Take a look here at my mouse. We have all leads, new leads, attempting contact, cold, nurturing, warm, hot, appointment set, showing met, under contract. And then if I click this next arrow right here on the right side, it'll show me a few more like under contract, pending, closed, sphere, other stuff like that. So you can take a look at these leads. Basically what this is this is your pipeline. This is your funnel. This is how you can, this is where you have to put a lead in you have to put a lead somewhere inside this funnel in order to find them. Like, so, you know, a new lead comes in, I got 300 new leads, I'm still following up with it. I have not been able to connect with, you know, I've called them, I've reached out to them, you know, I've emailed them, I've automated a lot of this stuff because I don't spend a lot of time calling people. I do a little bit, but I do a lot of automated text, a lot of automated emails, some AI text messages as well. We'll kind of go over that here in a minute. But this is where all the new leads go. And then attempting contact, cold leads, you know, again, you can customize these and reorganize them however you want. The only ones you can't customize are the new leads and the closed leads, which is back here. Nurturing leads, you know, people that are like, you know, 4 months out, a year out, 6 months out, you know, something like that. Warm leads are people, you know, people that are kind of, they want to find the right house, you know, they're not in any hurry. Hot leads, people that are ready to go. Appointments set, these are people I schedule appointments with. Showing met, you know, so these are like active people I'm working with. Showing them houses on a regular basis, or, you know, getting ready to list their house, something like that. Under contract, you know, things like that. This pipeline is a very powerful tool. It's how you organize your leads. So I think of it again as a funnel. You got your top of funnel where you got the most amount of leads, and then it's going to kind of funnel down into your best high quality lead, and you're just going to kind of move people down these funnels where you need them to go. And a big part of this is where the smart plans come in, because based on certain activities or certain criteria that lead falls into, and when you put them in that appropriate funnel, it's going to create a smart plan, which is going to automate a ton of stuff for you. And we'll kind of go over that here in a little bit, but that's just kind of an overview. You got a few more features. You got the lead pond. I do not use the lead pond, but lead pond is if you have a large enough team. I only have one other agent on my team. A lead pond is where you can just dump new leads, and agents can go in and pick leads out. Of course, you can do like round robin or round table or whatever you want to call it, where it just kind of randomly dishes out leads, or you can do the lead pond where it just puts them all in a big pile where agents can take them out. Kind of a cool feature. Again, I don't really use it. Partial leads. These are people who filled out the home evaluation page in my form, and it's only captured part of their information. So if I want to, I can click search for owner, and it's going to cost me 30 cents, you know, so maybe you don't want to do that. But this person filled out the form and then they stopped. They didn't give me their email, their phone number. They just gave me their address and then they stopped. This searches for the rest of their information. Now you see a lot of these come from Facebook. I'm running my own Facebook ads. I'm not running ads with Chime for Facebook. I'm doing their buyer lead generation program, and I'll show you why that's so cool, and why you might want to use Chime, or why you probably should use Chime over doing it yourself. I mean, I can do it myself. I'm more than capable of it, but again, I'm trying to save time here. Time is money, and Chime gets really good, cheap results. So we'll take a look at that. Go ahead and look at these matches. So we got two potential leads here. It found these partial leads, and it found these two different people, Jason and Caleb. I don't know which person owns it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna double check county records before I claim one of these people. So I'm gonna check county records, see which person actually owns the property, and then I'll add them to my CRM. But that's another great tool for lead generation, is the partial leads feature right there. Of course, again, you could add a new lead, you know, just add all the different criteria. I'm not going to get too into that. We're going to go ahead and check out a lead here and go over the contact page, which is kind of the bread and butter of this CRM. All right, so here we are on the contact page, or the contact profile page. I actually don't know what it's called, but the lead page, you know, this is basically where I have my my leads here where I can call them. So just a kind of a quick overview, I have a call feature right here. I could text them, I can email them, click on an email real quick. You could just type up your basic email. You have a ton of options right here. You can embed YouTube videos, bomb videos. You can embed listings, emojis, things like that. You can CC people, do whatever you want. You have some more details right here on the left. You have the client's contact information. You can see their significant other. So Jason is his partner. You have their contact information, things like that. Social media, Chime will try and find their social media accounts, but it doesn't always. So you can add their social media. You can see, then you got other things like lead score, basically again, so it does the dynamic. I'll just show you right here. It shows you dynamically, whether or not you should call this lead. Obviously it's really a high lead. Well, actually I already closed the lead. I already sold him a house a few months ago. So I'm not gonna follow up with him. Well, I will follow up with him, but not what you think. You can kind of see some website activity. So again, here's where it's kind of calculating stuff. So I searched from some listings. He didn't really save any listings. He viewed some houses. He didn't leave me any messages. He didn't request any showings. A lot of leads do. Again, I'm just using this guy for an example. You're going to see some information. We talked mostly over text. Our email, we talked over email. We did do a few phone calls. You can say we had 4 phone calls here before I connected with him. And then you can just see some more information about the lead. It's just a great tool. Again, this is the analytics. So if you want to kind of see more activity and how it calculates that 95% score, you can see how. So again, this is Chime trying to identify people that you should be talking to. Search criteria. So here's just some highlights of their search criteria. And then the blue, so the gray is what I added. So this is me talking to him, what's important to him, or Chime added it because it thinks it's important for him. So say this lead actually came from realtor.com. That's the source right here. You can see right here. If I'm moving fast, I know it's because there's a lot of information to go through. And that's the property they inquired on right there. But you can see we added the search criteria, and then Chime will try and add new search criteria based on his activity. So it detected a pattern that, hey, he's looking at only 2-bedroom homes on the website. You should probably add this to their criteria. So I can already go, I'm not going to add it because there's no point because I already closed him. But that's just a great thing. Assignees, you can assign different agents. So if I wanted to, I can assign John Muchler instead. He's my other realtor. I can assign an assistant. I can assign a lender, things like that. Really great stuff here on the side. And again, of course, right up here, you have the closed feature. So he's in the pipeline. He's under pipeline closed because I closed on him. And I'll show you why that's important here in a second. It's more for tracking purposes, right? And then group, if I wanted to, I probably should add him to past clients and homeowners. I guess I forgot to do that. Oh, well. There he is, he's added. So kind of going in the middle here. So this is their timeline. This is like their Facebook profile page, right? This is kind of everything that's going on that's important regarding this lead. Here I have a pin note, so you can add notes, right? So you have all these note features. You can log a call, log a text, log an email. Assuming it's not an automated email or text or call or whatever, you can manually add one if you would like. So let's say you're using your personal cell phone or a different email, you can log that information. If they do email you, Chime's gonna pick up their email. So if they email you, Chime's gonna know that and it's gonna add it to this timeline. So this timeline is an activity timeline of everything that's going on with this lead. And as you can see, it's pretty long. So it's all the text messages, all the emails, all the tasks that I've created, all the tasks that I've removed. So here I removed a property alert because I'm not sending many more properties. You have all the recorded phone calls. So if you want to record phone calls, you can, and you can add more notes. Again, you have more emails and text messages that have gone out, tasks that have been created, tests that have been deleted. The list goes on and on and on and on. And then you have all your search features up here. So if I want to look at my notes, again, I can pin notes to the top. So any important information I'm going to pin to the top. Realtor.com, because this is a Realtor.com lead, added some other information like, hey, they're interested in this property. Click the link here. Here's some information about the house. Here's the note they sent me. I would like more information regarding this property on Lakeway Boulevard. That's not the house he bought. That's okay. That's not the point. Go through all the different calls, emails I've sent him. And this is automated emails and manually sent emails, both that I've sent and received. So if he emails me, it's going to send it. Same thing with text messages. I'm going to receive any text messages he has. I can see what searches he's done. So he's looked for, he's searching all listings, active, contingent, terms, FHA, USDA, between $200,000 and $300,000. These are searches he's made. These are all the properties that he's viewed. And then these are just the system logs. So these are things like activities, like tasks that have been created or deleted or pipeline changes. This is not really useful information in my opinion, but it's keeping a record of everything, right? So that's really cool. Again, like I said, you have this note feature up here. You need to use notes. If you're not using notes on a regular basis, this is the most simplest feature, but you need to be using notes on a regular basis, taking notes on everything that you talked about with the client. And then what I like to do is I like to pin them to the top. So I can pin them to the top here. I can pin them to the top down here. So if I want to add this task for whatever stupid reason, maybe not these tasks, a note, or here's a text message, right? Here's an email. If I wanted to add it to the top, it's gonna get pinned up here. I don't really want that. Any notes, you can edit them, you can delete them, you know, you can rewrite out whatever you want. I don't need to, because why would I? A great feature just to remember what's going on, because I've noticed it's easy to forget, you know, when you're dealing with, you're getting 100 leads a month, even 30 leads a month, or 10 leads a month, you're gonna be forgetting what's going on. So really great feature, please use your notes. Here's a really cool feature, you have appointments. So if I were to click on this, appointments, I can add a calendar reminder to their calendar. So let's just say, hey, we're gonna see a house, you know, I'm gonna add a description, you know, home tour of 123 Main Street with Tommy Muchler, location, give them the location. If I want to change the agent, well, I can't change the agent, but because it's my lead, right? But I can change the agent if I wanted to. Say you're an admin or an ISA, right? What date and time, you know, if you want, you can send out a text reminder or a call reminder to not only yourself, so it goes out to you and the lead. So you can choose when. I like to do an hour before every event. So I don't want to call them and remind them, hey, I'll see you in an hour, because that gives them an opportunity for them to cancel. However, an automated text from Google Calendars or Exchange or whatever your mail provider is that you're using will get sent out reminding them, hey, you know, it's like the calendar reminders, right? You know, every calendar that you see, you get an invite, right, to like a Zoom meeting or something, and it will remind you. That's what this does. This is a really cool feature. I use it for all my showings, all my appointments, everything that I do. Always add an appointment reminder. And if they request a showing, let's see if I can pull up another lead here. So as you see, I just pulled this up real quick. Carol Weg requested a showing for this house ASAP. Actually, it's a virtual tour, so we'll probably do a virtual tour because of COVID. I can accept or deny, but if I were to add this, you know, I could go ahead and just add this appointment. It's a virtual tour, so I'm not going to add it. There's not really any point. But if they were to request a showing appointment, that's a really great tool to do that. Now, look at this. Take a look here. Carol is an old Facebook lead. You know, she's 12 months out. We haven't really talked at all, actually. I don't remember actually ever talking to her, and I don't have any notes here. So I guess we never did talk. We haven't talked at all. But she's a Facebook lead, and she requested a showing, and that's just through the power of automation. Look, she's even in the cold pipeline status, so I need to move her up to hot here. I'll do that later, but we'll go back to Matthew real quick just for our examples in our tour. Anyways, that's appointments, a really cool tool. I think that's really cool, just to be able to quickly add an appointment to clients to schedule an appointment. Tasks are, so if you have a task to do, whether it's from a smart plan, a follow-up campaign, something like that, saying, hey, you need to call this lead, it's gonna show up here. So this is an old lead that's closed. This is kind of just my call script. It's saying, hey, you need to call this person for a quarterly check-in. Actually, this isn't even due until June 1st. So that's a year out. I don't know why it's a year out. That seems kind of far. And then it's going to remind me, hey, send out your CMA and your home anniversary card. So, you know, again, July 15th, that's when we close. So I'm going to need to send out an anniversary card. These tasks are created automatically from the smart plan because he's a closed lead. If he were a new lead or a cold lead or a nurturing lead, different tasks would show up. Here for Carol, for example. We'll go back to Carol. It says, make a phone call about their showing request because they made a showing request. And then it's also gonna be sending out a checking in email, which is hey, we're just checking in and seeing how it's going. And that's gonna be under smart plans. So if I go to smart plans real quick under Carol, and I know I'm moving fast here, but just bear with me. You're gonna see there are 2 smart plans applied, and you can tell up here from the number right here. 2 smart plans have been applied. Now I have some paused ones and some completed ones. These ones still have a lot of steps involved. So again, this is a buyer, cold, 3-month touch. She told me she was not interested at one point, so I just kind of wanted to check in. And as you can see, can't show you. I'm pointing at the screen with my finger, like you can see. If I hover my mouse over, it disappears. It says 1 out of 29 completed. So it's, you know, it's been kind of just keeping a touch on her. Basically, and if I click on it, like I just did, you're gonna be able to see all the different emails and text messages and slide broadcast, which is the ringless voicemail, that are gonna be going out automatically. And if I want to, I can add like manual tasks. And the yes, no, we'll kind of go into that. That's more dynamic automation. We'll kind of go into that. But you see, it sends out a text, it sends out another text, then an email, then a voicemail, then a text, and then an email, then a text, then an email. And you see the different messaging I have for it. And just checking in, reminding the lead, hey, just want to see if you want to start your home search back up. I know things have been kind of on hold for a little bit. And that's just automation that's happening automatically because the lead is cold. And I knew they're like 3 months out. You know, they're kind of a ways out there. So I'm just kind of checking in on them, seeing if they're still interested. And of course she was interested. And the ZZ Wham new buyer lead lead, bad lead. That's just what I named it. Don't judge me. I don't know why I named it that way. But this is a dynamic smart plan that got added because Carol, took action on my website. She did something. She requested a showing appointment. So basically what happened was this smart plan automatically got applied because she requested a showing request. And if she were to do other things like save a listing and was in a cold status or a hot status or some other status, it would follow up in a different manner saying, hey, I saw you liked a listing on my property. I wanted to see if you wanted to see it. But because she requested a showing request instead, these automated messages got sent out, said, hi, lead name, I got your showing request to see 123 Main Street, triggered behavior. That's just the dynamic automation of the text message. Awesome. When were you hoping to see it? Tommy Muchler, Tommy the Realtor, Managing Broker at Remax, Whatcom County. And then it's going to send out another 2 minutes later, send out an email doing the same thing. And then it sends me a call reminder after it sends out the automated text on me, well, hey, they requested a showing tour, make sure you give them a call. So that's a really cool behavior. And that can trigger for different things. They make new searches. If they came back to the website for the first time after like 45 days, 7 days, a year, they're returning. These can trigger for multiple different reasons. And we'll go more in depth into that. But these applied smart plans have automated tasks or automated text and emails and voicemails, and then also manual things you need to do, like calling someone manually or manually sending out a home anniversary card. Chime does do automated postcards and stuff. We'll kind of go into that a little bit later. I don't use that anymore, but we'll kind of talk about it at the end here. So we got smart plans, and then we have something called engagement. Engagement is where it sends out property alerts to the lead. For some reason, property alerts are not enabled. I might have deleted them for some reason. I don't remember. There's no notes in Carol's profile. I probably didn't. She might have deleted them herself, which is fine. It happens, right? But engagement is where you send out listing alerts. So you have 3 different types of listing or 3 different types of alerts that you can send out. You have property alerts, like you're just listed. You have Mac Market Snapshot, which is for like sellers. So like you want to give them information on their house. I'll show you some examples of that. Actually, here, let me pull up some examples. I'll pull them up in a little bit, which will show them like some neighborhood data on their neighborhood and the listings that have come sold in their area. And then you have market reports, which is also just gives you a marketing report on a city or zip code or a county. And then of course you can see the buyer preferences. Again, the search criteria that you normally see on the left side right here. I showed you right over here. It's also showing up here on the right side. So she's looking at some $1 million houses. So I need to call her ASAP. If I want to create a CMA, this Chime integrates with Cloud CMA. So if I were to click this, it's going to create a CMA with Cloud CMA. Then you can send it or you can edit it. You can do whatever you want with it. I'm going to go ahead and cancel it because I don't really need to do that right now. So it works great with Cloud CMA, another really cool tool. But we'll go ahead and click on property alerts, and you can kind of see some highlights: 0 sent, 0 open, 0 click. Actually, let's go to Matthew and take a quick look because he has no property alerts open either. I'm not sure why. He does for Market Snapshot because I'm letting him keep an eye on his property. Not sure why that's not showing up there. Probably because I deleted the alert now that I think about it. But let's say hypothetically, I'm going to create a new alert for Matthew. I'd click new alert or edit alert. You can add your location, school, exclude zip codes, things like that. You have a ton of options, right? You got your basic info, single family homes, condos, whatever you want, manufactured. Open house, 3D tours only, virtual tours only, listing status. You got lot size, keywords, MLS numbers, days on market, view, master bedroom, level, style code, heating, cooling, parking, pool. You have a ton of different options that you would see in your listings in your Northwest, or not your Northwest MLS, your MLS that would have different search features. So you got a ton of search options here. I'm just going to add one for example's sake. I'm not actually going to send it out here, but let's just say I'm going to do Whatcom County. I just want to see all the listings in Whatcom County. Of course, you can draw on the map, right? So, all the stuff you see in every CRM, right? And if you want to, up here, you can click on results to see the results. And if you want to just send 1 or 2, you can do that. You can click send listings. I'm not going to because I don't want to do that right now. There's no need to send him any listings. And then you'll notice on the left here, here's some of that criteria that Chime thought he was interested in. And again, a lot of this stuff matches. And this is based on the properties he was looking at previously. Again, I'm not sure why it wasn't showing that up there earlier. But if you want to, you can add all this other information automatically, just fill fields and it'll just automatically add stuff. You see there's one listing because, well, we updated the criteria, right? And if you click next, it's going to bring up alert settings. So you want to name the alert. You want to handpick your listings. Do you want to send a copy yourself? Do you want to send an alert immediately or only when new listings are added? Do you want to use the current listings as marketing supplements? Do you want to include open house info? It's going to send it to Matthew and his partner Jason. So it's going to send them to both people. If you want to, you can remove or add people if you would like. And there's a lot of different options for that. Subject line, it's going to create a really nice subject line, just listed homes in the so-and-so area under 300,000 that you might like. But if you want to add your own, you can, and you can insert variable content like their name, stuff like that. Schedule, you can do frequency, you can do daily, instantly, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, and then you could choose, so I have it set the daily, which is 2 days a week, Monday and Thursday automatically. And you could choose if you want those alerts to come out in the morning or the evening. A really cool feature. I'm gonna hit back because I don't want to create this listing alert. But great way inside the lead to send them automated alerts. And here's the thing with Chime, their alerts go out right away. So their website's updated faster than a lot of these other websites. I've worked with a lot of different websites where their websites are updated probably, 6 hours or a day late. Chime's websites update instantly, so you can send out these alerts right away. And the emails for it are actually really nice. I'll go ahead and pull up some examples. Automated email, price change. So this email went out. Hey, here's some homes that match your search. It's going to send her a few different listings, right, based on her activity. And you see, it's a nice little photo here. These are pretty nice looking emails in my opinion. I've seen a lot of them, and they get opened, right? Like I could track and see when she opened this. She did open this one. I can show you here in a second. But it's going to give her some highlight information, schedule a tour. And a lot of people schedule tours through these emails. They work really, really well. And you can just see there's a bunch of different houses, more information for contacting me, and then there's a unsubscribe button way down in case you need to do that. Again, I think these are pretty nice looking emails. You have some nice branding at the top, and of course your information again at the bottom, and people could take a look and check out these houses. Actually, go ahead and click on this house right now. Take you to my website. Pretty nice little website. Request tour. There's a ton of information. Mortgage calculator, neighborhood statistics, things like that. But we'll go over that in a minute here, or not a minute here, in a little bit here. Again, this lead, also in case you didn't notice, is being followed up by the AI. I have an AI assistant called Amy. I know like LineDesk has something called Gabby. YLocal has their own. A few of them do, and these are built with Google, and they're pretty good. So a cool thing about Amy here, and I don't remember what Chime calls them. Chime calls her something else. I just named her Amy. Is she'll send them a list of homes. So let's see if she did that. I don't think she did. She hasn't gotten to that point yet. But she'll notice if they're looking at a certain list of homes, she will eventually text them and say, hey, check out these homes that just listed. They might match your criteria. Especially if they started talking to Amy and they gave her some info but not all the info. She's going to update that again based on their search criteria, and she's going to update this for you as well too, as she discovers and qualifies people. She will add that to their search criteria and update you, and she'll also send them text messages. She'll text them listing, that's pretty cool if you ask me. I think that's a really powerful tool. We'll go back to Matthew here real quick. Again, market snapshot. Let's see if I can, actually, he did open some. So let's take a look here. So this is a market snapshot. This is because he's a homeowner. I just want to keep him updated. So like, hey, 2 homes just sold in your neighborhood and they had an effect on your home's value. And you're going to see, like, here's some marketing info, here's some pricing, just some information, just some light information. And they can learn more if they click more. And it's going to show them the sold listings. Again, the photos aren't loading because this is an old email. So for whatever reason they deloaded. I think when they're removed from the MLS, these photos get removed, but the email didn't go out looking like this. They had photos of the house. I just sent them to. So this is just a nice way to stay in touch. And again, it's going to send it to both of these homeowners. Market reports, we'll take a quick look at that. Let's see, we'll set up a preview here. We'll type in a zip code, 9822229. An example has been set to my email, so I'll just go ahead and pull up my email real quick. So here's an example. This is just kind of a marketing report. So you can set these up to go automatically if you want to use. These are actually pretty cool. I do it for some leads, not every leads, because I don't really want to send out too much email. I don't really want to spam people, but it's just giving some market information on these homes, and if they want, they can click, and this will take them to the website and show them more information about the housing report. So that's a really cool feature. So again, you got your marketing reports, you got your market snapshot for your homeowners, you got your property alerts. So really cool stuff here. Transaction and documents. Chime just rolled out a brand new transaction management software just a few months ago. It still needs a little bit of work, but it's a pretty cool tool. So, with Matthew, he's being a closed lead, I can look at his transactions. And if I were to click on it, it brings me to this new page where I can manage the entire transaction. I can add things called action plans. So these are apply a checklist template. I'm not going to, but I can add these. So this is my residential purchase checklist for me and my transaction coordinator to go through. I'm not going to add it because I don't need to. It's already a closed deal. You have accounting features, so you can update, the close price, the commission, credits, GCI, things like that. You have your dates, so all the important dates, your home inspection date, close date, escrow date, expiration date, blah, 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 blah. Your MLS info, your vendor partners. So like if you want to notify modify like your vendor. So Michael Hinderman, he is my home inspector. So if I want to add a partner, it won't let me because I already added a home inspector, right? But if I were to add him, it's going to send Michael Hinderman an email saying, hey, I need a home inspection for this property. Let's get something scheduled. Let me know when you're available. And it sends him all the information that he needs. So that's a really cool, powerful tool. Documents, you can upload your documents. Again, this is a new feature that you just rolled out a few months ago. I really like it. I don't have all the information up here because the feature wasn't available when I had it with Matthew, but I can show you with a different lead. So again, you got your checklist. Actually, let's pull up a different lead right now. I want to show you guys. This is really cool. So Emma here, all my checklists, I'm a little behind, here's all the different tasks and stuff I need to do for Emma. Again, and you can get really nitty gritty with this stuff, so you need to add like different team splits. So you have other agents, you're giving them a credit of $500 or $1,000 or something. You can add that information. Documents, you can upload all your documents up here. History, again, that's kind of like a timeline. You can kind of just see what is going on here if you want to look at it. But this is a really cool tool to managing your transactions. I think it's really powerful. And if you want, I don't have it set up because I don't use it, but integrations, if I go to integrations, it works with Brokerment, Dotloop, Skyloop, and you can sync these transactions in this transaction management to these different management software. So if your broker uses this, you can connect it. It's really cool, and a lot of them are synced to go both ways. Not all of them, although you can use PySync to sync things to go back and forth. My brokerage uses a paperless pipeline, so I can't use any of these features. But if you wanted to, it will sync with those transaction management software. So it's a really cool tool there. And I have a sneaky feeling that they're going to update this even more. I think this is going to get a lot more powerful within time. But right now, it's a pretty cool tool for what it is right now. It needs some work. I think it's going to get a lot better, but I really, really, really like it. So now we're back on Matthew. Down here in the bottom right, you're going to see you got your telephone. So this is basically your phone calls. You got your dial pad. You got your call list. So if you want to add people to a call list, you can. You got your tasks overdue, so if you have call tasks that you need to be done today. Call history, archive, business hours. So if you want to set different times for when you want it to go like voicemail or something, you can. A lot of really cool tools. There is a call, where is it? If you do like a call list, there's a really cool tool that's got your scripts, so you can add different scripts. You have your questionnaire, so if you want to do like a questionnaire. So if you want to do like a questionnaire, like say you have a bunch of agents on your team and you want them to ask certain questions, you can pick different questionnaires for them to ask. Auto follow-up text, so let's just say, the call is they don't answer on their call. You can send an automated text saying, hey, I just gave you a ring, wanted to see when you could talk. That way your agents aren't wasting time writing text messages or anything like that. And then you can have automated tasks for like when you want to contact this person. I don't have it set to don't call back because I have that built out in my smart plans, but that's something you can do. Again, really, really cool features here. Their dialer would highly recommend. And this is my caller ID, right? So I use, this is my personal cell phone number, and then I have my own custom Chime number that I use to follow up with people. So take that for what it is. Text messages, same thing. If I want to see down here at the bottom, sorry, I'm going really fast, but down here you got text messages. You can see the text. These are the leads that IA is following up with right now. And it only shows active people. If they've already been qualified, it removes them from here. So it's only showing active people that's currently following up with. And then here is just where you can see all your other text messages from people. You can click on people and you can read the whole conversation. You can type, you can do emojis, things like that. If they have multiple phone numbers, you can choose which phone number you want. And if you want to, you can click on the lead and it will take you to that person and you can talk to them. And you can go to that profile and say, maybe, I want to highlight one of these text messages. I would just go down to, hey, okay, now we're on Joanne, right? I'm going to go ahead and just pin that text message to the top. Again, I apologize, I'm moving really quickly. You see, she wanted to see a whole bunch of properties. All these are virtual tours, so I didn't accept them because, well, don't worry about that. And you can see she has a bunch of different property alerts saved up. So she set up her own property alerts. And then this is the one I set up for her, right? But these are all hers. You can see these are saved searches. So she's taking a look and she set up her own preferences. You can see the emails that have gone out, and you can see a list here of all the emails that have gone out. I know I'm kind of bouncing all over the place. That's just because there's so much information to share with you guys, and it's kind of crazy. Again, the CRM does a whole bunch. I'm trying to share as much as I can with you, and I wish I could be more concise, but again, it's kind of a lot. Again, here's the property she saved a listing on, and you can see the one she saved. Just some really cool stuff here. So that's pretty much it for the contact page. I know it's kind of a fire hydrant of information. Of course, you can edit details. You can delete the lead. You can send your lead somewhere. So let's just say you want to send them to Brokerment, right? Your transaction software. You want to send them to, I can't remember. There's a whole bunch of different features, other softwares that you can use. I don't use them. A lot of these other softwares, like I said, welcome email. So a welcome email is just hey, welcome to our website. Thanks for signing up. Here's your login credentials, things like that. And here's how we're going to take care of you. Edit details. You got a lot of different options for editing details. These are all the properties she's interested in. So that's one place to edit these details at. But you can edit things like, buyer time frame. Are they pre-qualified? Are they a first-time home buyer? And these are really important things to fill out if you can, because it's going to update their smart plans. We'll go over the smart plans here soon. You got to stick around. I know this video is getting long. I'm already recorded an hour. It's probably going to get edited down to 40 or 50 minutes. We're already like an hour into this, but you got to stick around with those smart plan features because it is really, really powerful. But here's just some information for those smart plans. Again, so if they were to register on my website or through like a Facebook ad, you can have these things automatically filled out, which is really, really powerful. You got your mailing list, you got your property address. So obviously there's a difference, right? So your mailing list is like your home. You can see, okay, she saved this property addresses or property she's interested in, or maybe she owns as a rental, right? So you got save listing, requested showing. She doesn't own a home, so there's not gonna be a home that shows up here. But you got different options here. You got sold homes, listed homes, leased homes, investment properties, and then her primary home if she were to have one. Your phone status, Chime will do its best to mark landline up. It will be able to detect landlines most of the time, not always. It does a decent job, and then you can change these phone numbers, bad number, do not contact, whatever, right? So if you have multiple phone numbers, and you can change these leads status to like private leads or team leads. Lead type, this is really important. Is this lead a buyer or is this lead a seller? Are they a renter, other, what are they? You need to be able to know what the lead is. Again, that's for more automation purposes, but you can edit the details, nothing fancy there. And actually, there's one more thing I want to talk about because, so text messages and emails, you can select different templates. So and we'll go over where you can make templates and stuff, but if you want to, you can have templates for emails, whatever, text messages, whatever you want. I have different templates for different things. You have my templates and then you have team templates. So you can customize them however you want. So I think templated emails are really important. I use them mostly for transactional stuff or like lender stuff. So say they need a lender, right? I have a great email template for like lenders, stuff like that. Highly recommend it. Great feature. I just installed Grammarly and it's calling me out on things like world class. But yeah, templates, another great feature. Again, you can add links. Say I wanted to add a listing to this email for whatever reason. Let's just say scheduling a showing request, and I want to send them an email with more information. I can add listings straight to the email. Like I said, there's a ton of features and there's just so much to go over. It's kind of overwhelming. So we'll kind of go over these features up here on the top bar. We'll kind of go everything one at a time. And then we have some more features over here that we'll get to towards the end. So we first page, we went over team dashboard. Second page, this is the people page. Again, we kind of went over everything here already. The next page, the money sign, is our transactions. So if you want to look at our transactions for the year, this is what we got going on. And you could sort these out however you want. And let's say you wanted to edit some details about the transaction. Say, I need to do my checklist, right? So look at this person, 3 out of 38 tasks have been done. I need to do some more transactions for her, or tasks to finish the transaction up. This one, Marshall, 22 out of 37, got some more tasks I gotta finish up. And then you got your pipeline, right? So you got your pre-contract, pending inspection, pending, closed. As you can see, I need some more deals in the pipeline. Everything closed. You got your listings, you got your leased properties, you got your others. So others is what I do for like referrals, things like that. So this is kind of your transaction, and then you can claim them with the MLS if you want. So I still have like 40 unclaimed transactions that I need to add in the Chime. Like I said, I've been using it for about a year now. I still haven't gotten around to putting everything in here, like my unclaimed transactions. All my leads are up to date, but I still got some transactions to pull over. Next up is our tasks. So it's a little like checkbox icon right here at the top. This is your bread and butter, in my opinion, in regarding to keeping up with things. So like I said, I have 4 tasks a day. These are the 4 people I need to follow up with. Marshall, I got to follow up with him. He wants to buy the lot next to his house. Eric, oh, he wants to see some houses, so I need to follow up with him. Carol, she wants to see that house where he wants that virtual tour. Billy is a new Facebook lead that I need to call in, see what he wants, right? But you can see what tasks you got coming up this week. You got to see what tasks you got coming up this month. It's the end of the month, so I got a few more tasks. Anything you have overdue, I know I have some overdue tasks. I know. Do not fall behind like me. It will ruin your day. You don't want to fall behind on that. Finish tasks, not really important. Showing requests, of course, those are important. You want to make sure you check those every single day. And then you can also organize these. So I got all my tasks right here, and I can see my call tasks, I can see my email tasks, my text tasks. If you want to see your automated tasks, you can. I don't really think that's important. The only time I want to see my automated tasks is if I want to change the date. So let's just say with Eric right here, if I were to click on this task, I can postpone it another day or 2 or 3. So the automated tasks, I might say, hey, all my audit emails, tomorrow's Christmas, hypothetically, right? So it's Thanksgiving. It's a few days after Thanksgiving. So what I did for a lot of tasks, anything that was due on Thanksgiving, it was just a handful of automated emails and texts that were going out. I postponed them to the next day because I did not want them to go out. You could sort by your transaction, checklist, slide broadcast, a lot of different options. You got your pipeline. Again, your pipeline is your main funnel. So if you want to see all your leads that are in the hot lead category, and I don't want to see automated emails, so I'm gonna turn that off. So Michelle, I need to follow up with Michelle here pretty soon, in 2 days on December 2nd. But you got a lot of different options in here. Task origin, Google Calendar, you can add a task, thing like that. Again, a really powerful feature. I know it's nothing fancy, but it's a great tool for staying in contact. And I want to move back to People's page real quick. I forgot to mention when we're talking about the pipeline. I think I told you could click on any of these pipelines and see all the leads in that pipeline status. So you have your warm leads, Patrick, Veal. These are all warm leads. You need to follow up with and be in touch with. And again, we'll kind of get a little bit later. I want to go over smart plans in more in depth first, but we'll kind of talk about again why these pipeline stages are so smart or so powerful. But again, you can kind of click on them. You can see what leads you need to be in contact with, follow up with. So all your showing mets, you probably want to be in touch with them on a more almost daily basis, right? Move on. So all listings, like I showed earlier in the beginning, on the homepage, on the dashboard, you can see like your daily hot sheets. Again, this is a place where you can also see your hot sheets. If you want to look at houses for sale, it's not going to replace your MLS, right? Your MLS is still going to be your main place where you're going to check out listings. But if you want to, you can check them out. You can click on any listing. You got your Matterport right there. Speaking of which, if you don't use Matterport, you should. It's really awesome. You have all your search features here, so you can kind of like narrow it down. This is a really cool tool in the sense that, let's just say I want to go to Whatcom houses. So I want to see all the new listings in Whatcom County, and I'm looking through my hot sheets. Instead of looking on the MLS, I'm looking at here, and I see this house. You know what? I like this house. This is really cool. And look, it has matched leads. So all these leads, they're getting listing alerts, right? Hypothetically, maybe not all of them, but most of them should be getting listing alerts. You're going to see that this property matches 45 leads. So 45 leads are potentially interested in this listing. Now they may or may not have gotten a listing alert, but that's irrelevant because they, like I said, a lot of them, it defaulted to Monday and Thursday, right? So if this property came on the market on Tuesday, I might want to click on all these matched leads hypothetically, right? I want to click this. I could see all the leads that it matches, and I could select them all right, if I wanted to. And I could send a text message or an email, and if I were to, and I could filter this out more. Let's just say I wanted to show it to just, new leads, right? Leads in the new pipeline status, actually, right? So it's 27 now instead of the 43 or whatever it was. I can select them all, hit text message, hi lead, or hi name, I noticed this property matches your search, and you could change this whatever you want, right? If you are interested, feel free to call me at whatever my phone number is, right? And again, I could choose different templates however I want or whatever I want, but this is just a great tool if you're kind of bored and you don't really have anything to do, you need to follow up with a bunch of leads, just send these leads a text, right? Send them this text of this property that just came on the market. I know these are pending, right? You see they're pending. It's a great way just to kind of follow up with a bunch of leads in bulk. And if you want, you could select a whole bunch of these and you could send them to leads here too. Let's just say, hypothetically, I just want to send these 5 houses for whatever reason. I want to send it to all my leads or just all the leads in a certain whatever, right? Or one lead in particular. I know Tommy really wants to Tommy is my fake one, right? If Tommy really wants to see it, so I'm going to send it to him, and I'm going to do it, via text. I can't do it over email because I don't have my email saved in there. This is just a great way to send listings either in bulk or one at a time to leads that might be interested in them. And then of course you have other features, really cool features too, like you could do pocket listings. I can't do pocket listings in my state, so this is a worthless feature, but if I would, I could add pocket listings here. Just add a little information. My listings, so it's going to sync all my listings. I know I have nothing going on. It's winter time, guys. It's hard getting listings right now. I only got 2 right now, but if I want to, again, I can send it to 32 match leads, which is a really cool feature, right? Like, hey, look, I'm listing this house. I can get you this deal. You could create a text code. We'll go into text code in a little bit, but I can share on social. So if I want to share this to social media real quick, I just click that button, and it's going to take forever to load because my internet's being slow right now. A lot of really cool features. Again, you can kind of create these, save different hot sheets for it, whatever purpose you want. So it's a cool little feature right there. Next feature is campaigns. So we'll take a quick look at campaigns. Campaigns are not follow-up campaigns that you might be thinking of I know, like, I think Lion Desk is really big on campaigns, which are just follow-up campaigns. Campaigns are lead gen. Campaigns are leads that you're generating, and this is what they are. So we've got our dashboard. You can see the different leads that are coming in. I am using Chime's buyer leads. I do a lot of Zillow. I do a lot of Realtor.com. Sorry, I used to do a lot of Realtor.com. I was spending about $5,000 a month. I just stopped. However, right now I'm doing $1,300 with Chime lead gen. So far I spent $823, which has got me 101 leads. 21 of these leads are high interest leads. I have the AI system following up with them. I have smart plans following up with them. We'll kind of go over into the smart plans again a little bit here. We'll get to that here shortly. Cost per lead, on average is about $8.02. However, we can look at our different leads. So I have a bunch of different campaigns running here, and you can see some of them are doing better than others. So the Facebook dynamic leads, the best one I have right now is $3.09. This was for a long time around $1.80. So it was giving me $1.80 leads for a long time. It just started going up recently, and again, it's gotten me 56 leads for $217. That's a pretty damn good deal, right? The Google pay-per-click ads, these are really expensive. We see a really expensive one that we had to turn off here. It was $77 a lead. This Facebook ad campaign, this is not a lead. I don't think this is a lead generation campaign. I believe this is a remarketing ad. I believe it's just retargeting leads that are already in my CRM. So it's just following up with them. So it's bringing them back to my website. So think of it this way: if we have leads coming in and then they look at the house and then they're gone, right? This is a remarketing ad that's bringing them back in over time. So it's retargeting with ads, and the ads are really cool. These are dynamic ads. The cool thing about these dynamic ads is it's not one list of homes like, here, check out our list of homes. Here's a bunch of homes that Facebook thinks you might like. So we can't do these ads. Personally, you and I cannot do these ads inside of Facebook. However, Chime can. They can do something called dynamic ads, where it's going to create a list of homes in this carousel ad that it thinks this particular one lead might like. So every single person it's showing homes to, it's showing them a different carousel of different ads of different homes that person might like. So not one person is going to see the same ad twice. So they're going to see all these different homes, and I hate it when it does these. The person never uploaded photos to these listings, so I need to talk to Chime about removing those. But it's showing them houses that it thinks that person is interested in, which is really cool, because then they might click on this house like, oh, I like that house, I'm going to click on it, right? And then it's going to make them fill out a lead form and all that jazz, and it's going to qualify them, and that's where the chatbot comes in and again is qualifying. So that's a really cool dynamic ad that you are not going to be able to get anywhere else. I mean, I believe YLopo does it. I think they do it really, really well. I haven't used YLopo. I'll probably test out their lead gen software. They have a deep integration with Chime, which is really cool. YLopo is kind of the best at generating leads, whereas Chime is kind of the best CRM, and they have a partnership together. I don't think there's a YLopo. It might be YLopo managing these ads, but I don't think it is. I think YLopo is their own thing. But these are really cool ads, and again, the pay-per-click ads, nothing fancy here with these. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not the most excited about spending $33 on a lead. If I want to spend that much money on a lead, I'd do a Realtor.com lead. I believe $33 to $50 is what I was spending on a Realtor.com lead. So I was hoping for something cheaper, but who knows? Again, I think Wide Local is a little bit better. However, I just wanted to test it out. It's all right. The pay-per-click leads are, I think higher quality leads because they're intentionally searching for houses. However, the Facebook leads are cheaper. Seller leads, again, I don't do seller leads, but you could do seller leads if you want. I do my own seller leads, but I don't do seller leads through Chime. Landing pages, so if you've got your website, if you want to create different landing pages for different things, list of homes. So I got like just listed homes, all Bellingham condos, exclusive list of homes for sale under $399, all VA approved properties, new construction, whatever, right? You can do mortgage calculators. You can do like new listings. So if you want like a private website for your listing, you can do that, you know, whatever, it is what it is. I know some leads might like that, you know, or some sellers like, oh yeah, I want a private website. Sure, whatever. Of course, you can do forced registration or all these. I usually don't do forced registration, but you can, and it will. You also have the listing promotion tool. So you have open house forms. This is a really cool feature, by the way. So if you're at an open house, you would set your laptop down. I'm going to click this real quick. This is a sign-in sheet for your open house, and it is really freaking awesome. And you can include whatever information you want. I have their name. I want their name. I want their email. I want their phone number. And I want their property address. Those are the main 4 things that I want. Then I want to know, what are they? Are they a buyer? Are they a seller? Are they a home inspector? Are they a realtor? And then I want to know, are they working the realtor? Yes or no? And then I want to know the name of that realtor. Because if they don't give me a name, it defaults to a no. And then it gives some more information. So this one's hosted by John Muchler. He just did an open house for me the other day. Contact info, guide meridian, blah, 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 whatever. A nice little photo here in the front. And it's really easy to make these. All you have to do to make something like this is click add new. Type in the property address, 4047. Select which photo you want. These are god-awful photos. Oh my God. I just typed in a random address. And it's going to autofill all this stuff. Do you want to send a welcome email? Yes or no? Click yes. Do you want to send a welcome registration text to the lead? Yes or no? Do you want this to be a team lead or a private lead? And it will select a private lead or be a team lead based on who created this form. So if John made it himself, it would register him as the private lead. Or as the private, it would register the leads as private leads. And then of course you can upload, I think, maybe you can't. For some reason I thought, oh, you can upload your own photo if you would like. So let's say these are really awful photos, you want to upload your photos. But that's how easy it is to create this home form. And of course you can edit the questionnaire, and it's going to be the same questions for all the listings. But that's a really quick and easy way to make an open house sign-in sheet that's going to automate a ton of stuff for you. And again, with Chime, we're here to save time and automate as much as possible. Text codes, same thing. I haven't done a lot with text codes. I really should do more with them, but I think we all know what text codes are. You text a code to your phone number, and it's gonna send out listing alerts, list of homes, to website codes, register for something, whatever. So I have one for my open houses. You text open to, my phone number, right? Text open to this phone number. Thanks for reaching out. Whatever, right? I haven't used it as much as I should. Text codes, they're there. I think they're a pretty cool tool. I just haven't used them. Again, campaigns, you can kind of monitor everything. So you see an open house. We've done 5 open houses in the last 30 days. We've gotten 13 leads. Text codes, I haven't gotten any leads in the last 30 days because I'm being lazy about it. Website, lead gen, stuff like that. Really cool feature. Again, so this is kind of where you do your lead gen, right? Of course, you can do whatever you want. You can do Zillow, which is what I do. You can do Realtor.com, which is what I used to do. I don't anymore. Website. So if we click on the 4 boxes right here, so I clicked on this icon right here, 4 little boxes. This is where you can build your website, and you can add agent websites. So if you have a team and you want your agents to have your own website, you can. This is where you go to edit and build your websites. And guys, obviously you can get a lot more crazy with building it yourself, but this is the most advanced, best looking website I've seen out there. We'll go ahead and just take a quick little look at it. My website, I've heavily edited. They have pre-built websites for you that are really, really, really nice. I've just been changing and editing things like crazy. I've gotten a little carried away, so it looks a lot different. If you decide to use my link down below to get a discount, which you should do, the rep who will give you an in-person tour, not an in-person, but will talk to you about going over the program. If you want to learn more, they can show you some great websites. But this is my website. Click on buy. You get all the dynamic features, right? You can do whatever you want. Search Ferndale, search Linden. Here's all the homes for sale right in this area. You could change the style of this to look like whatever you want. I'm kind of playing around with it with what I like. I kind of like this style, but you can do whatever you want. You can do something more modern, something more old school. You can get really creative with it, right? You have all the search features you would ever want here. You can really dive deep into it, which I think people like. 3D homes only or virtual tour homes. There's a lot of really great options. Actually, let's see if I can find. But they can create an account, and they can see their favorite searches, favorite houses, account settings, things like that. But let's just click on click on this house, right? It's going to open them up. If they have a Matterport tour, it's going to show up right here. I think I showed you that on another listing. Actually, let's go ahead and go to 3D homes. This is just a tool I like to use, right? And here we go. Click on this house. Brings up Matterport. You click on it. It's going to open it up. You can do Matterport. You all know what Matterport is. I'm not going to get into that. But I think these are really nice landing pages. Again, they have a bunch of different templates, a bunch of different options for this stuff. So I like to include information, everything about the house. Have a big old, tour of the property, mortgage calculator right here. So if they want to really dive deep and do their mortgage calculator, they can. It autofills with all that information. Of course, it's down here again if they want to use it again. Here's some nearby information, housing information, reviews, affordability calculator, similar homes, all that jazz. It gets pretty in depth, right? And then you have other things like I got my buyer's guide in here. You got the neighborhood search, let's say, or neighborhood search. It's not a neighborhood search. Neighborhood info. Chime likes by default leaves it out here on the main menu. I tuck it away here, but they can learn neighborhood information about any neighborhood. And this is great for SEO, things like that. So, you can tell them about Bellingham, demographics, average sales price, some data, some marketing trends, some sold listings, some housing data, demographic information, right? A lot of people like this stuff. Of course, you can share it, do whatever you want with it. It's a really great tool for SEO. I have one created for literally every possible neighborhood. The list just goes on and on. It's trying to load some more. But I have them for all the neighborhoods that I service. Again, this is for SEO purposes, right? Just to get more leads like that. Kind of a cool tool. You have your Sell My Home, home evaluation, sold listings, market snapshot, preparing your home for sale guide, Sell My Home guide. The guides here at the bottom are my things, right? But this stuff is Chime stuff. So if I want to say I want to show all my sold listings to a client, right? They can click on our sold listings to kind of see what we have sold, what's going on, whatever. 10 pages deep, right? Sell My Home. This is something I'm working on. Don't look at it. It looks really bad. I'm working on making this a lot more a cooler. I'm trying to work on a nicer landing page. It's a little rough right now. Oh gosh, that looks horrible. Oh, that looks really bad. I need to fix that. Like I said, this is a work in progress, so don't judge me on that. Here's my home evaluation form. So if people want to, they can fill this out, right? And it will autofill their information if they can. So let's just type in an address at this court. So we completed step one. If they're already signed in, it's going to let me know they want that information. But if they did not sign in, or they don't have an account, it's going to prompt them to create an account, right? So it's going to want them to. It's going to ask them how many months you plan on sell your home, 3, 12, whatever. Is there a mortgage on your home? Do you want to buy a house? Do you have an agent already? Blah, blah, blah. So just more information, and it will take them through the process. And then they get this nice little report about their house. And of course, we'll make them a more detailed ones. And you can turn this off, or you can choose not to share this information, or you can choose to share it. It's up to you. YouTube, that just goes to my YouTube page, about us. That's just some information about us. It's nothing, I need to build this out more, right? Just some Zillow reviews that I get added. Actually, these aren't Zillow reviews. These are reviews I added. You can add Zillow reviews if you'd like. I have both added. I think it's a pretty slick website. I think the listings look really great on here. I want to add more information to the website to make it look better and more professional. But overall, I think it's a pretty great website. I think the search feature is really nice compared to a lot of websites. I think it's on par with Zillow and Redfin and things like that. I think the listing pages look nice. I'm playing with the color scheme. I don't know if I like this blue. This is Zillow blue. I was trying to copy Zillow a little bit. I don't know if I like it. You can change this to a video. So this is back to the page editor. So you can change the background to a video. You got different themes. You have a ton of editing options. So we'll just kind of give you a quick little update here. So if I want, I can edit all the different colors. I can click different things. So this is your real estate experts, so the team. So we can change out different agents, add agents, remove agents, change whatever we want. There's a lot of editing features here, testimonials, things like that. And actually, let's go back to this page. So if I want to edit it, So this is kind of the theme I'm going with right now. If you want to, let me style, I can change the different styles. So you have different styles right here that you can change out. You have a ton of options, you really do. And you can prioritize listings if you want to. So like I show listings in the Bellingham area first, then I show in Whatcom County, then I show Skagit, then I show the entire MLS, and then I show pending properties. So I have pending properties to show up last. So it looks like there's more properties, but I want, you know, active properties to show first. And yeah, geez, we're already like an hour and a half into this video. Lead capture, you know, of course, you can add any lead capture you want, automate, you know, when you want the trigger after 5 seconds, after 60 seconds, after they like click on 3 pages. Chatbot, you know, you can do the whole chatbot. You can either go straight to like your Facebook Messenger, you can have it go straight to your cell phone text messages. You can do the chatbot, the AI, if you want to do that. Amy, I don't have Amy on right now. I don't really want her on. You can change the questionnaire settings, how it looks, the style, the pop-up, all that stuff. Different integrations. You got Google Analytics, Facebook, Zillow reviews, Bing Search Console, Google Search Console, all that stuff for all that information, right? All that stuff for SEO and whatnot, and targeting and route tracking. You can add all your agent info if you want. So you can add like your Instagram account, things like that. You have a ton of editing options, and you can really build out your different pages. You have something called blocks here. So you can do like your agents. So this is all the different agent information. You have your banners for different banners. You have your blogs for different blog posts, call to actions, calculators. You got different types of calculators, different contact forms, featured area forms, contact forms, filling out for like lead gen. Hero is what they call the search bar. Home evaluations, live video tours, listing maps, partner programs, quick search bars, teams, videos. It goes on. Okay, you got a lot of search features, obviously, or a lot of editing features when it comes to editing and building out your website and making it really cool. Obviously, WordPress is gonna have more features, right? It basically has unlimited features, but Chime is pretty advanced. You have a ton of options. And here's the thing about their website: if you want custom work done, Chime will do custom work. You can pay them, and they'll build your website however you want to build. Obviously, it's gonna cost you extra, right? And if you need like little fixes or little changes like that, they don't charge you for anything like that. But if you want like a major overhaul or a major something built, they will 100% do that for you, which is a really cool feature. I've never needed to. I'm really happy with everything about it. I think it's a great website. It works really, really well. Again, my website's just kind of lacking. I need to make it better. And I've just deleted a whole bunch of stuff, and I've just been redoing things. So my website might not be the best example when it comes to all this stuff. But we'll go ahead and get back into Chime real quick. So that was the CMS tool with the editing tool. Our little vital signs. This is our activity timeline. This is a really cool tool for follow-up where you can see what people are doing on my website. So I can actively see what people are doing. You can see Deanna requested a home evaluation, but you can see in real time, you can see 9 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, 25 minutes ago, 41 minutes ago, people are viewing properties, people open email alerts, people want to be contacted, people viewed this property, and Cy viewed this property on 6 Christmas Tree Lane. You can see he searched for properties, right? So I might want to call this person and say, hey, I see you're searching for properties on our website. I just want to call and check in and see how it's going, see if you're finding what you're looking for, and just see how your home searches are going overall. So this was probably a person I need to talk to, right? And you can really dive in deep to see what are people doing actively right now. And again, if Chime thinks you need to contact this person, it's going to send you a notification saying, hey, you need to contact them. We'll get more into this stuff here in a second. But Bradley Haggy, look, he's opened 60 emails. He saved a search. He's viewed 51 properties. He registered last year of July, and he was just on my website 22 hours ago. Might want to call him. And I can sort this out by today, last 2 weeks, last month, right? I can just see all these active people. Rebecca, look, she's viewed 195 properties. Like, she's pretty active. I need to call her. Dave Freeman, same thing, right? Kathy, she's only viewed a couple properties. She's viewed 4 properties, opened 3 emails. You can see who's really active, who's not really active, and this is recent activity, right? These are people that are viewing properties right now and are actively looking at properties actively. Like today's reporting, look right here. 20 homes viewed, 13 emails open, right? So I need to call some of these people. This is just a kind of a great way, and I can sort this too, right? Like I can sort like who saved properties, right? So this person, okay, no one saved any properties this week. That's unfortunate. That's not true. I'm sure people have. Oh, see, I don't know why I didn't show that this week. Oh, it's Sunday. That's why I see the week restarted. It's not last 7 days. It's that for that week. Okay. So you can see Dave saved some properties. Elizabeth saved a whole bunch. Christy, Eric, these are people I probably need to call. Like, hey, you saved these properties. How's it going? Like, do you want to see any of them? Right. So this is a great tool for follow up. Again, with the point with Chime is you don't want to stick to just the checklist. You don't want to stick to just going down. Okay, I'm going to call my 7 people I need to call today, or text the 7 people I need to text today. Chime lets you kind of highlights the people that you should probably call today because they're probably interested, right? Because I don't want to do the Keller Williams thing where I'm sitting and calling 150 people every day. I don't want to do that. I want to call the 5 people that are interested in buying a house that are actively looking at properties on my website. Those are the people I want to call. I don't want to waste my time cold calling, right? Like, why would I do that? And I'm successful doing that, right? I don't need to call 150 people a day. It's a waste of my time. I got better things to do. And this is just one of the really great tools that helps me focus on who I need to call. So we'll kind of move on to analytics. Here's a great reporting page for reporting leads. So you can see, the last, I don't know why this month. So I've got 232 leads. That's a lot of freaking leads in the last, this month. It's kind of too many if you ask me, but it's between me and another agent. I made 103 phone calls. Again, I'm only calling people that I think are really interested. I'm not wasting my time calling everyone. I'm only doing a handful of phone calls a day. And I've called over 100,000 people. I have called more people than probably almost anyone watching this video. I mean, maybe you have. You probably have, right? But I've called a lot of people, and I don't like calling that many people anymore. I would rather make 100 phone calls a month instead of 100 phone calls a day calling only hot leads, right? Emails, these are all the emails that get sent out. These are all the automated texts that got sent out. You can see John's falling behind here. Come on, John, get it together. You can kind of see call connect rate, like, who's doing a really good job at getting people to connect on the phone. Who's really good at following up. You see I'm much faster at following up than John. Email open rate, I have a really high open rate, and this is for like the last 30 days, right? You can change this whatever you want. Call connect rate. If I want to go to email accountability, you see email is really good. So again, like I said, Chime focuses a lot on keeping their email credentials in good standing, right? So look, I have 26,000 emails that got sent over the last year. I think this is year, or is this month? I can't remember. I think this is year, because I've had this for about a year. Oh yeah, it's since January, right? So 26,000 emails go out since January. My open rate is 41%. My reply rate is 6.4%. That's how many people respond. My open rate, again, look, 10,000 emails have been opened out of the 26,000 that got sent. 700 have been replied to. 68 people unsubscribed, 68 people bounced. So Chime recognizes that's a bounce, it's bad. That's going to hurt our email credibility. So Chime's going to stop emailing that person, depending if it's a hard bounce or a soft bounce. Unsubscribe, 25 people unsubscribe. That's actually not that many. That's actually really good. And again, a lot of these are forced registration leads, right? So you have all this different email data that's going out. And again, I get a really good response rate. You have more information, GCI, you can see how much I've made so far. I have a few more deals coming in, so I'm going to close the year about $150,000. I know it's nothing crazy, but I think it's better than the average, definitely better than the average agent, so I don't want to hear it. But I could do better. I know I could do a lot better. Funnels, so again, this is your pipeline, so you can kind of see when your leads come in, how they're converting. Just a ton of stuff. Performance by agent, if I want to compare me to John. John's a new realtor. I'm training him. He got his license about a month ago, so I'm not going to beat him up too much. Marketing, you can kind of see where your leads are coming from, where your deals are, where you're getting your conversions from. Site traffic, you can track everything about your website. You can see when it's active, when people are on your website. See all my page views are down right now. I've been kind of scaling back a little bit on my marketing and trying to do things. You can see user activity. You see I have a lot of activity in the afternoon than I do in the morning. I have a lot more activity on Friday and Saturday than I do throughout the week. And then you can see what times a day you get most of the activity. New versus returning, you're going to see most of my visitors are new. And then I do have a good amount of returning. This is for the last last week. Either 30 days or a week, I can't remember. You can see all the different information about the leads, where they're coming from, sources, direct, paid versus organic, social organic versus search organic, right? You could just see all that stuff. Mobile versus desktop, obviously. Mobile is going to be a big part of this. The desktop is a big chunk. And these websites, I forgot to tell you, look at this. Look at my website on a mobile device. It looks pretty darn sharp. I wish I could show you. Actually, I can show you. I'll show you right now. So if I were to go to, I can click on the mobile version of it, and I can show you. Here's what a mobile version of this page looks like. We'll go ahead and show you let's take a look at a listing, right? Let's look at a listing page. Here's our property page. So it's loading right now, but I wish it would still show a real full-size phone, because obviously most people don't have these older phones, but that's okay. But you know, any listing they're on, you know, you could save it, share it, call me, go on a tour. So it's always reminding them what they want to do. I wish it would show it. I think this is, oh, it's an example. This is an example lead page, that's why. The mobile version of this website is pretty nifty. So go back to reporting. So we're done with reporting. We'll go to settings. You got every setting you can imagine. You got your profile right here. So, you know, details about me. You can do your email signature. Preferences, you can set your time zone, your working hours, your email name, display name. So you can send an email. Different agents, you can add multiple agents. Lenders, if you want to do a cost sharing plan, you could add lenders. This is also, Chime's a great tool for lenders too. So if your lender needs a good CRM or wants to pay in some of the lead generation, they can definitely do that with you. Vendor partners. So again, if you're going to assign vendors, so like a photographer, I would say, hey, Rob, I would assign him in the transaction, come out and take photos for me. Michael Henderman, hey, I need an inspection done. This is where you would add them. Lead routing. You have every option you can think of when it comes to lead routing. You can really get into the nitty gritty. You can name it, lead source, status, location, source, tags, groups. You know, you can do match, you can do exclude, you can do different price ranges. Right, I'm just doing 50-50 right now with my new agent. So you have a ton of options there. Email templates. This is a pretty standard, right? So you can make custom email templates inside of Chime, kind of like what I was telling you about earlier. Team email templates, whatever, automated email templates. So this is like your listing alerts, your marketing snapshot, your marketing report, your welcome emails. You can write them here if you want to change them. I just leave them to the default. I don't change them at all. Email template reporting. So you make your custom emails templates and you can do reporting. You can see the analytics on them. So I sent out this email. Thoughts about buying a home. I sent it to 332 people. 18% responded. Open rate. I know, and I got 2 deals out of this email template. And this is just a bulk send. I just bulk sent 332 emails to a bunch of random leads, saying, you know, trying to revive them, right? Again, I'm not going to call them all. I'm just going to email them all, or text them, or send a voicemail or something, right? We'll do smart plans in a second. I'll get to that shortly, I promise. It is a really cool feature. I need to get to it, I know, but I'm on a roll here, okay? Property alerts, again, you can change up the deliverability frequency. So I want daily, I want weekly, I want instantly. And this is automated property alerts. So when I say automated property alerts, this is when a new lead comes in, right? So if they inquired on a house on Zillow or Facebook, whatever, this Chime or Facebook, Chime is going to automatically set a property alert to what it thinks that buyer wants to buy. And what it does is it does like location, and then within their price range by 50,000 or 100,000 or 75,000, you know, it kind of selects a price range. And you can kind of change it. Do you want to do same as inquired city, same as inquired zip? I choose city just because of my location, and that's the way it works here. And you have different options here, right? And it will automatically apply these property alerts to send them out. And you can do snapshots for sellers. You can do market reports too, and you can turn them on or off. Like, you don't have to do this, but when a new lead comes in, it'll automatically apply listing alerts for you. It would be good to refine them. I don't refine these property alerts unless I get the lead on the phone, or unless the lead tells me they want something else. But just by the lead coming in and getting automatic property alerts twice a week, every Tuesday and Friday, it's really powerful follow-up. I've gotten a lot of deals just from that, not my other smart plans or anything, just from email alerts going out. And again, this happens automatically, which is really cool. Lead pawn, again, if you want to set up a lead pawn, we talked about that earlier. Tags and sources, that's self-explanatory. Custom fields, if you want to add custom fields, you can. So like custom different variables. So instead of like their name being a variable, you can do like whatever you want. You know, say they're I don't know. You can do some sort of custom variable, and you can put that in like smart plans. We'll talk about that. Integration, again, they integrate with everything: Gmail, Calendar, Slide Broadcast, BombBomb, Cloud CMA, Exchange, Google Calendar, Dotloop, Zapier, PySync, Grammarly, Chimp. You know, they all the integrations for different softwares. Every lead capture you can think of: Zillow, Realtor.com, Facebook ads, and many, many, many more. And again, they have a deep integration with YLocal, which is really freaking cool. I'm hoping to try it out soon and let you know on that, but just watching the demos on it, it is a really cool integration. The AI assistant, again, we have Amy here. They call it something else. I call it Amy. It's pretty cheap. We'll go over the packages here in a second here. It is an added expense. I wish it wasn't. It is an added expense. It's not much. It's like $30 or something like that, or $25. You change the name, you can put it on the website. So Amy, there's her photo. I don't put her on the website, but I did have her on the website, right? You can choose when you want her to be active. You can choose a delay, you know, which leads you want her to go out to, whether or not you want her to follow with old leads or existing leads, continue qualifying. You got a whole bunch of stuff. You can select which lead sources. Obviously, I don't have her follow up like Zillow leads or anything like that, but all my other leads I have her follow up with. And you've got a ton of options, and she's great. Would highly recommend. Reporting stuff, this is for like setting goals, like how many houses you want to sell, you know, lead import, lead export, self-explanatory transaction checklist. This is where you go to make, your transactions. So you got your different transaction stages like pre-contract, pending inspection, pending, canceled, closed, and different checklist items, right? And there's some smart automation you can do with that as well, which is really cool. You got your dialer option again. So the way Chime works is you got your main package that you buy, and then the phone or the texting, unfortunately, is extra, and I really hate that. It's nothing though. Their basic package, their basic phone and texting packages, it's like $10 a month. It's annoying that it's separate, but it is what it is. It's fine. It annoyed me at first, but I don't mind anymore. You can do call recording. You can update it. I think I get 500 texts a day, right? Like that's more than enough. Template settings, so you can do auto welcome emails, auto text templates, call scripts, questionnaires. If you want to make like a questionnaire, like make sure you know your agents are always calling people, right? Inbound call forwarding. You can forward your phone calls. I used to have all my calls forward to a answering service. If I didn't answer the phone in 10 seconds, I actually just stopped using that about a couple weeks ago. But maybe you have an admin or an ISA. So say a realtor doesn't pick up their phone in 10 seconds. Or 40 seconds or something, you could forward those phone calls to another member, to another phone, to a team leader, to the front desk, maybe an ISA, something like that. Really cool feature. Again, I'm sorry, I'm just blowing through a lot of this stuff. Upgrades, Chime has a lot of different upgrades if you want. You got their buyer lead gen, their seller lead gen. Obviously, I'm doing buyer lead gen. You saw I'm spending $1,300 a month on that. You don't have to. You can spend as little as $300, and you saw I was getting, what, $3, $4 leads. And I'm probably gonna cut back. I'm probably gonna cut the Google pay-per-click. So I'm gonna cut way back on that. Direct mail, if you wanna do farming, you can. You got the AI assistant, you got your power dialer, you got your triple line dialer, you got text messaging packages. Look, we got unlimited text for $30. It's not that much money. It is kind of annoying it's not included, but it is what it is. I get it. All CRMs are like that. You could add more seats. I think it's like $10 or something a seat. They got different, we'll talk about the different packages later. I just got the bare bones, the minimum. I got the minimum package, okay? I only got a couple agents. My package I got, it's the bare minimum. It's for small teams, right? But so the more bigger stuff is for like brokerages with hundreds of agents, right? So it's probably not gonna apply to most of you guys. So you got your upgrades right there. Now let's kind of get to the smart plans. This is kind of the bread and butter. I wish I would have talked about this a little bit earlier in the video. These are really powerful, but I had to explain other things first. Actually, that's not true. I just forgot. I meant to talk about it earlier. I just got distracted by other things. Smart plans. Smart plans are the bread and butter of Chime. It is how I save a ton of time with my follow-up. All those tens of thousands of emails and text messages that you saw that went out, tens and thousands of them. There's tens and thousands of them that went out. Most of them are automated, and my goal is that they qualify and start the conversation for me so I don't have to waste time calling people. So I get in here, at 7 in the morning. My automated texts don't go out until 8 or 9. And when they do, it's starting conversations for me. And it's really smart. And there's just so much to go over. I need to make a separate video talking about their smart plan features because they're stupid powerful. But I have a smart plan for every situation. And let's just kind of go over one. So let's kind of go over, we'll go ahead and click on one right here. So this is attempting contact. So say a lead comes in and they don't, let's just say a lead comes in and, they don't respond. So, and people respond later. Like people respond, I've closed never followed up with them for 2 years. And I never talked to them, and then I closed them 2 years later. You never know. So this campaign, basically it's just nurturing all buyers regardless of their lead source for a year after they come in. After a year, I stop. I don't go more than 2 years. Actually, that's not true. I'll talk about that later. But a lead comes in, you name it. This is how I named it. This is for my personal plan, not my team. For buyers and sellers. So the B and S is buyers and sellers. And applicable conditions. So it only applies to when a lead is in the attempting contact pipeline. If they were in the cold pipeline, I have it apply. Warm, hot, appointment set. I have all these different pipelines set to trigger different smart plans when the lead is in that pipeline. And I can refine it even more. I can refine it by their timeline. So if they're in the nurturing, so if I put them in nurturing, right, I might have their time frame, and their time frame might be 6 to 12 months. They're going to get a different lead or a different smart plan than if they were on 3 to 6 months. And if they have an agent or if they have a lender, they might get an even different smart plan. So you can really refine when you want these smart plans to automatically apply. So this is when the smart plan will automatically apply to the lead without you having to do anything. So it'll turn on automatically. You know, they have a lender, they don't have a realtor, and they're 3 to 6 months out, and they got stuck on the nurturing campaign. I'm going to turn off attempting contact. You know, it's going to send out automated texts, automated emails, video text, ringless voicemails based on that lead's particular situation. So the first one might be, hey, hey John, I know you're still a few months out from buying. Just wanted to check in and see if you wanted to start your search earlier, or see if you had any questions. So you can be really, really specific based on where that lead is at in the not only in the pipeline in their home search stage, but based on different criteria on whether or not they have a lender, whether or not they're a first-time home buyer, whether their time frame's 12 months right now, or they're just looking. Look, there's like a just looking option, right? Like, so we're just looking, right? Hey, so then I might have automated text that go out and say, hey, I know you're just looking, just wanted to check in and see if you need anything. So as you can see, this can get really, really powerful, like beyond stupid powerful. And you can have it, and then you have other features too, like if they engage on a certain activity, they leave a message on my website, they save a listing, they return to my website after, 45 days, right? They request a home evaluation, they request a showing, and then they're in the cold pipeline, right? Like you can really fine tune what do you want leads to do, or when do you want this smart plan to automatically trigger to start following up with the lead. This is stupid powerful. It really is. And then you can have it automatically pause for different reasons. Say the lead responds, or an outbound call is logged, or the lead, the lead's pipeline status changed. So remember, if I'm moving in from attempting contact to cold or to hot or to something, I want to turn this smart plan off, right? So it turns off automatically, right? Or something like that. Or maybe the tags change, right? Because the way Amy works, the follow-up AI, she'll automatically add tags and remove tags. So you can follow up even further, say like she has a tag saying that, the lead wants to see a house, right? She adds that tag, lead wants to see a house, or the lead wants to talk to a realtor. Now I can send an automated text saying, hey, I see you're talking to Amy. She said you want to see a house. When do you want to see it? Like you can really fine tune this and really automate a ton of your follow-up with this. And this is what I do. I really get really crazy into it. And then you have different features here, like, so, okay, I want the smart plan to trigger. So this is the smart plan right here, right? Like, so I want to trigger immediately, right? And I only want to trigger with between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. or, say I don't want to start talking to people till maybe not 10 p.m., right? But, 10 a.m., right? You can really trigger when you want it to happen between different times. You want it to wait. Actually, I want to wait an hour, or I want to wait 3 days, and I wanted to wait 3 days, and I want it to go out at 9:07 a.m., right? So you can really choose when you want this to go out. And then you have even more features. So I can do just a regular, okay, I want this one email to go off, right? Or I can choose a slide broadcast, or a checklist, or a call task, or a regular manual text, or an automated text, or automated email. I can choose when I want it to go off, or I can choose a smart condition. You know what? If this person is a first-time home buyer, and this is a better example right up here. I know I'm going fast. I'm really sorry. There's just, as you can see, we're already 2 hours into this. So if the lead is a first-time home buyer, it's going to send out different text messages, whether it's yes or no, right? If they have a lender, if they have a realtor, it's going to send out different options, whether, yes or no. Do they have an agent? Do they have a property alert? If they don't have a property alert, okay, hey, wanted to see if you want me to start sending you homes, what's a good email for you? If they do have a property alert, I might send out a different text saying, hey, I just want to see if any of the homes I sent you match your criteria. So you can really dive deep into customizing your follow-up with these people so it sounds authentic, smart, genuine, personal, right? So it doesn't just sound so generic, right? So people are more likely to respond. And I think this is a stupid powerful, it's amazing. I'm sorry, I need to make another video on this because this is so powerful in how I use it. And you can get really creative with this. Like I said, you have a ton of options. It's kind of overwhelming if I'm being completely honest. Well, it's not that overwhelming for me because I'm used to it now. Ringless voicemails. Look, I have this ringless voicemails going out, so first text message going out 3 days at 907, then 8 days later, it's going to send out a ringless voicemail saying, hey, call me if you want to buy a house. Then right after the ringless voicemail goes out, it's going to send an email that says, hey, missed call for lead name. Hey, sorry we couldn't connect. I just want to give you a call and see how your search is going, see if you need anything, let me know. Which is a really freaking cool, it was a really cool feature. And guess what? If they don't have an email, and this is an email, right? So it's going to send out this email. But if they don't have an email and their details, it's going to send out a text message instead saying, hey, sorry we couldn't connect. Just want to give you a ring and see how your home search is going. Anything I can do for you. Agent first name, the realtor, because I have multiple agents and I want different, agents name to go out, right? But you have a ton of options, and 8 days later, we send out automated text, another emails, right? Again, and these are going to be dynamic emails, dynamic text messages based on certain activity or certain criteria that the lead matches to further customize and personalize the follow-up. And this is really, really powerful stuff here. Really, really powerful. And you can see this is a year-long email campaign. And then guess what? When this smart plan's over after 1 year, and you can see, it's gonna start following up every 75 days after a while. This is for qualifying brand new leads, by the way. That's this smart plan in particular, right? And you can also assign agents too. You can assign like an assistant too. You can get really crazy. You have all the dynamic variables you can want. Again, there's that custom field text, custom VR, inquired city, inquired listing, inquired price. So I send out one of the emails I send out, one of the text messages I send out, hey, are you qualified for $400,000? Because that's the price of the property they inquired on. And it's a question I ask to try and see if they want to connect with a local lender. But what happens when the plan ends? Okay, they're in attempting contact. If the plan ends, it's going to change I have to change it because I just updated this. It's going to change their status to cold. So, or their pipeline, it's going to take them from a new lead to attempting contact. So right now they're in attempting contact. And if they don't respond to any of these messages, if Chime cannot qualify this person, it's going to then dump them in the cold pipeline, and it's going to automatically apply whatever campaign I want. So, cold pipeline, they're fixing this, right? But this is a brand new feature. They're fixing this. I had a workaround where I did it with groups. It's complicated. I had a workaround, but this is a brand new feature. But I can have it start with whatever smart plan I want to right after that. I'm gonna turn that off because I'm gonna leave it how I had it before until they fix this. And it will start a new campaign, which is my cold 3-month touch. I'm doing it through groups right now. It's a workaround, like I said. And it's gonna touch them once every 3 months. It's gonna send out a a dynamic email or a dynamic text message once every 3 months, or a ringless voicemail asking, hey, do you want to buy a house? And take it from there, which again is that one lead I showed you earlier, which is Carol Wig, right? Like, she was on that 3-month touch. So Chime's been qualifying her and reaching out to her every 3 months automatically. I've never talked to this person, and she wants to see this house in Linden. Like, this is freaking cool, guys. This is super powerful. This is how I only talk to a few people a day. I only talk to a handful of hot leads a day. And I set up dozens of showing appointments every single month. I show probably 4 or 5 houses a week. I should show more. I really do, but I'm kind of lazy, okay? The channel is called The Lazy Realtor. What do you expect, okay? Like, these are cool features. And I wish I can show you more. I'll make another video on this, but this video has already gotten long enough. But you'll see, we're gonna go back to the people's page real quick. And again, there's more features here where you can edit things even further with the smart plan. I'm just kind of showing you the highlight, like the bread and butter. Like, you can do like birthday stuff, where it reaches out on their birthday, on a close date, on an anniversary date, something like that. But look at these leads. When a new lead comes in, they're gonna get an automatic smart plan automatically applied. They're gonna get the property alerts, right? They're going to get a smart plan applied with automated text and emails. They're going to get the AI contacting them, right? And then if it can't qualify them, or let's say it does qualify them. Let's just say, Phil, this person right here, she came in, right? And she selected her timeline as 12 months, right? So let's just say if the lead can't qualify her, or the chatbot is still trying to qualify her, but can't qualify her, it's going to put her into the nurturing campaign, where it's going to get a 12-month out campaign, follow-up campaign. It's also going to get an automatic email reminder saying, hey, I see you're probably a year or so out. No worries. If you ever need anything, reach out to me. It's going to follow up with them accordingly because they're 12 months out, because they're a Facebook lead, because we couldn't get a hold of them. It's going to get put into the nurturing because they're 12 months out, or the cold. You can do whatever you want. Again, you can customize this however you want, and you can follow up with them accordingly. I feel like I'm kind of all over the place right now because this is just, there's so much to digest here. And this is so powerful, and it can just really simplify. I know it looks complicated, but it can really simplify your follow-up and save you a ton of time. Like I said, I swear to God, this saves me 30 to 40 hours a week. It does. It saves me so much time with my follow-up. It's following up with so many people. You saw how many tens of thousands of emails and text messages and voicemails it's been dropping on people and qualifying and talking to people for me, which is just really, really freaking cool. So again, these smart plans, they're going to get automatically applied based on where the contact's at. Again, they all have certain detail, different timelines, whether they have an agent, whether they are a first-time buyer, which is going to trigger different smart plans, whether they're a buyer, whether they're a seller, but they're going to get put in different bins, right? So attempting contact, they're going to get the attempting contact follow-up campaign. If they're cold, they're going to get a 3-month touch follow-up, right? If they're nurturing, it's going to follow up with them are they 6 months out? Are they 12 months out? Are they 9 months out? Are they 3 months out? It's going to follow up with them accordingly. If they're a warm lead, it's going to follow up, you're going to follow up with them every 2 weeks, right? If they're hot, you should probably follow up with this person every week. If you're setting an appointment, okay, guess what? You set the appointment. Now it's going to make a checklist for you. Like, okay, you need to call the listing agent. You need to create a buyer packet. You need to create a seller packet. You need to schedule the appointment. You need to send out a reminder text. You need to set up the calendar invite. You need to send out an email saying what to expect next, right? Same thing with showing men. You need to, it's going to tell you to remind you. It's going to say, hey, you showed this guy a house yesterday. You should call them and see if they need anything else. You showed this person a house 3 days ago. Check in again, right? Now you need to check with them every single week. You know what? Say you get them under contract, right? You say you get a buyer agency agreement signed. You know what? You've got a buyer agency agreement with this person signed. Make sure you email them a copy. Make sure you do this. Make sure you follow up with them every single Monday and Friday. Make sure you updated their search criteria to something that they actually want instead of just the automated one that was automatically applied to Chime. Like it's gonna do all these different things for you, so it just automates this process. So when I come in the morning, I have my checklist. Okay, I need to call this person. I need to do this. And here's the thing: a lot of the time, Chime will assign people. It will put them in the right pipeline automatically based on certain actions that they take. So it won't do it all the time. You'll need to move people around. If you set an appointment, you'll need to set an appointment. If you met them, you're going to, Chime's not going to know if you met them or not, right? A lot of time it's going to be moving leads around and it gives me checklists here in my daily tasks, right? Just do these tasks. Here's the instructions. Follow up on this task. Make a phone call about their showing request. This lead is a brand new lead from Facebook or Google. Follow up with them and see what their phone goals are. It's going to tell you what to do. And it just automates so much of your time. So I'm in here, I spend a half hour to an hour inside of a CRM. If I have nothing going on that day, I will spend more time, going through the activities, seeing the vitals, right? Activity timeline. If I'm bored and I need some more deals, I'm in a pinch, I should probably call Carol. I should probably call Brady. I should probably call Sandra. If I want to send out a bulk listing to people, I can, right? If I want to send out a bulk email or bulk text message, I can. It just really automates a lot of the follow-up for you. And again, with the smart plans, it really personalizes your follow-up to help you get the best, to help you save as much time as possible. But there's just so much the CRM does. It makes you look good. Your emails get delivered. They don't end up in the junk box. It just saves you a ton of time. It gives you deep insight and analytics to what people are doing. If you use the campaigns feature to generate leads through Chime, it's going to show them listings that person's interested in, not just random listings that you made a list of. This CRM is really smart and it's worth every single penny. Like I said, it's expensive. This is not a cheap CRM compared to like Lion Desk or Follow Up Boss, because this is a premium powerhouse CRM that is going to go above and beyond other CRMs. I swear to God, there's nothing better out there. I've tried so many different CRMs. This thing is amazing. And the price, like I said, it's expensive. It's not as bad as a lot of other CRMs out there. There are a lot of really expensive CRMs, lead gen websites, and this is not nearly as bad as some. I pay $510 a month for this CRM. What do I get for that? The basic CRM is $500. Cost, you get your website, you get everything, $500. If you want the dialer package with the texting, it's an extra $10 a month. I don't know why it's not included for free. What are you doing, Chime? Include it for free. Whatever, it's $10. You're spending $500 a month. It's an extra $10. I know you can go get Lion Desk or Follow Boss for like $100 a month, but this does so much more. It's going to save you so much more time. For me, it's like having a personal assistant or an insurance policy. This is an insurance policy on your database, right? If you're like me, I've spent over $50,000 on leads this year. Why would I not spend $500 a month? Ensuring that those leads get qualified, ensuring that those leads get followed up with, ensuring that they look good on a really high quality professional website that looks as good as Zillow. That looks better than Realtor.com. Realtor.com's a shitty looking website. I'm sorry. It's a terrible looking website. Why would I not spend $500 on it? That's what I pay. It's a good deal in my opinion. It is on the high end, but for what it does, it's a no-brainer for me. I'm not going to try and justify that price for you. You know, it might not be worth it to you. For what I do, it's worth it. I wish it was cheaper, of course. I wish everything was cheaper. I wish houses were cheaper so I can go buy more rental properties, right? But it is what it is. And like I said below, there is a discount down below. It's a deep discount. It's really good. Like a month ago, I was talking to one of the owners, and they hooked me up with it because I've been so impressed with this. So if you want to get a better discount than calling in with a better promotion, they'll definitely hook you up. But they promised me that you will get a better discount if you use my referral link than if you were to call in. So if you're thinking about using Chime, you want to learn a little bit more and talk to one of the reps, click that link below. It does help me out. I really do appreciate that. Or if you want to call in and get a not as good deal and not use my link, that's fine. You can do whatever you want. But you're looking at about $500 a month. As you saw at the lead gen spend, I'm spending more money with that. It does come with the AI for free. The AI is extra. If you don't want to use their lead gen, their AI, it's like $30 or something like that. You could do the buyer lead gen or the seller lead gen. You can do whatever you want. I think it's like $300 is the minimum spend. Which is going to get you probably 100 leads. I mean, it depends on your area. You know, you're not going to get, the cost of lead is going to vary depending on how busy or active your Facebook area is. I'm getting, $3 to $4 leads. I know it says $8, but that's because the Google pay-per-click is so expensive. Like I said, I'm going to probably drop that here pretty soon. You can do postcards if you want. I think the minimum on that is $500 a month if you want to do postcards. I was doing it for a long time and I stopped because I was having more success with digital leads. I was closing more deals with that. So, I mean, it did work. I just chose to take a different route. And I'll make another more video going in depth and reviewing GeoFarm, the postcards and stuff like that. But for now, it's a great feature if you want to do it. I don't do it anymore just because I was getting a better return in other places, but I'll probably try it again sometime in the future. I've easily gotten several extra deals out of the CRM, and I definitely saved hours. Again, 30 to 40 hours a week. And that's just me. I'm not going to saying you're going to save 30 to 40 hours. It depends on how you set up your CRM. No, I'm not going to help you set up your CRM. I know a lot of people ask me, they want to pay me to set their CRM up for them. I'm sorry, I won't do that. Chime will do that for you though. If you want to pay Chime, they'll set up your CRM for you. However, I spent a lot of time optimizing Chime to meet my needs. And because I spent that extra time optimizing Chime, it's going to save me a ton of it. Sorry, it's not going to. It is saved me. It has been saving me a ton of extra time. And like I said, I've been using Chime for over a year now. In my opinion, it is a powerhouse CRM. It is the best CRM in the market, in my opinion. And I just don't think you can beat it. It is a brokerage in a box. It does so much, and I can't recommend it further. I will be making more videos on Chime and how I use Chime in the future. They're going to be a lot shorter. This is the longest one. I think we're, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours into it. I'm on 3-hour recording time. I don't know how long it's going to be after I edit it down. I'm going to make some more videos about Chime and other follow-up things that I do to save time and just optimize my day, and so I can spend more time with my family, my friends, doing things I like, and less time calling time wasters that are never going to buy a house. So if that interests you and you want to kind of learn more about follow-up in general, of course you can check out followupmastery.com. You can also check out our Instagram page where we post funny memes, real estate memes you might like. And feel free to subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm going to have a lot more videos about Chime coming out in case you are interested in it, because I think it's a really cool tool. And I could not talk about everything that I wanted to talk about, and this video is already way too long. So go ahead and subscribe, or don't. I don't really care. And I'll do whatever I can to help make your life, your day easier in the real estate world. Obviously, it's really complicated. There's a lot going on. And I think Chime would be a great option for you if you decide to use it. But again, the best CRM for you out there is the one that you're going to use. And if you're not going to use Chime, you can use whatever you want. You can be successful with any CRM out there. You just got to use it. For me, Chime just saves me the most amount of time. It saves me the most amount of money. And does everything that I needed to do. Actually, that's not true. I'm going to tell you what. It does 99% of what I need to do. There's a couple features in here I really wish Chime had. But for the most part, it does what I need to do. And it is a powerhouse CRM. And it gives me back most of my day. And yes, I just threw that pen, but I don't really care. And yeah. Anyways, feel free to subscribe. Hope to see you guys around soon, and have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.